Ladies and gentlemen, South Africa has some of the highest statistics on women and children abuse, and coupled with this scourge is the high prevalence of HIV/AIDS. However, we should take pleasure in knowing that this campaign is about breaking the silence, and to be counted in, we have to break the silence against this gross human rights violation. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to say, count me in, and count Vodacom in.
DTV is in Pretoria, where a new device is launched that gives deaf women experiencing abuse access to help.
This hero project led to the establishment of the centerpiece of today's event, the National Gender-Based Violence Command Center. The Skype platform and other technical features that are being launched today are an enhancement of the work we are already doing with our partners on the functioning of the command center. This is a technical solution that is designed by Vodacom for deaf people in order to enable them to use the command center with ease and confidence.
How prevalent is gender-based violence against women and children with disabilities?
We all know that the South African society has a huge problem of the scourge of violence against women and children. And gender-based violence amongst children and women with disabilities is also prevalent because they are part of the South African society. And therefore, that is why we thought that the command center should be improved and be escalated, and that it gave us an opportunity to access people with disabilities, more particularly the deaf and blind women and children.
Today, the work that you've provided leadership for will go a long way in awarding deaf women an opportunity to be given a voice.
So if we say we want to protect the rights of people with disabilities, we must be true to that. We must rise to the occasion. So we're going to test our command center, and I wish to say that I'm proud of the work that has been done by the DM, and it shows that we are not basking in the glory of praises and accolades. We are escalating our work, which is the responsibility of government.
Describe how the Gender-Based Violence Command Center will work.
We have a special dispensation where you have, for now, 2 social auxiliary workers. If our people want to use the Skype, can use the Skype so that they can communicate directly with the social auxiliary worker. But if the 2 social workers are busy, they can leave a message, and as soon as they finish, they will get back to them. That's the most important thing.
Hi, how are you? I'm the social worker. How can I help you? I have a problem. Both my husband and mother-in-law are verbally abusive. Do you have any support from your family? No, I don't. What about your mother's side of the family? I only have few family members on my mother's side. Is this a provincial or national service? And who are the role players involved in this initiative?
It's a national command center. Social development has trained retired social workers so that if there is a difficult matter, it is passed to them and they deal with the matter. And then secondly, we have social workers in all districts that are trained so that they can make a follow-up and ensure that the case is followed up until it's closed or up until it reaches its conclusion. The whole process has made work simple for the NPA, Justice Department, the police, health, social development, and all those that are dealing with the issues of violence against women and children. Because what we need to try and do is to move with times. There is now ICT, and we must also adopt ICT if we deal with the issues of social development, but also be able to be reachable to those that are in the rural areas.
Welcome to DTV. Thank you. How does DEFSA feel about this new service? DEFSA supports the service initiated by government. Now it will be easy for deaf women and children who are being abused to have access to help. How do you think the deaf community will receive this? Will they feel free to talk to a social worker they don't know? It depends, in my opinion. Working with the deaf community, some feel free communicating with other deaf people because they are both deaf. Tell us about the code of ethics that social workers adhere to. If a deaf person has a problem, they can call Skype or SMS us for help. Deaf people should know that we keep all information confidential. While watching the presentation, I thought about the many years of abuse and the communication barrier for the deaf. Now there's a Skype line where people don't have to keep the hurt within. There's always a counselor on the other side who can advise. Thank you for all the advice and information. I watched the presentation and thought about whether it will work or not. I have past experience with Skyping and it doesn't work as the connection is not always good.
We also have gadgets that has a siren and a light, and as soon as the pin is removed from the gadget, there is a siren, it screams and sends the criminal away. But what is important is that as soon as the siren goes off, command center receives the message, we co-locate you and call the police. And the co-location is done through Vodacom.
Why did Vodacom decide to get involved in this initiative?
We are committed to the national development priorities of government and the SDGs. And when we are called upon by government, we respond using what is our strength. And in doing so, we feel that we assist in demonstrating the transformative power of technology in social development.
We are happy just at the speed that this whole process took to implement shows that we are moving forward. And we hope that this is going to go a long way in fighting crime in our communities. This Kebenga runs away. Guys, thank you so much.
What is your message regarding the service to deaf women experiencing abuse? My message to all abused women is it's time to stand up for yourself now. If you keep accepting the abuse, your children will grow up accepting it too. You must be free and speak out for yourself because you have rights. Young or old, we all have rights. We should stand up and not accept abuse. Say no to abuse. If you are being abused, dial 0800 428 428. Or *120*7867#.